trying to install the travel limiter kit from Motion Raceworks. The reason I want to take out the fenders is because I also have the car sitting low, and I want to cut the inner lip out of the fenders because the way I have the car sitting down, the car is very low. I'll go ahead and show you guys that in a few, but we're going to install this for today. Okay, so as you guys can see, the car is sitting like this here, but it's very close to the inner lip for where the inner wheel wells sit, which I'm not putting inner wheel wells back on here, so I can cut that out. So that's what I'm gonna do today, is cut this lip out, and then the car will actually sit down more. What I can do is I'll show you like the suspension travel by standing on it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get a video of that. Okay, so as you can see there, the travel of the suspension, I actually moved it up some so it doesn't hit the lip on the car, but I also want it to be like an even plane, so I'm gonna go ahead and have to lower it back down to make it lower. And then also, like I said, take the lips off the fenders, and we'll be installing this here, the travel limiter, which will make it easier with the fenders off, because I could just get in there and do what I need to do to weld it. And once I have this on there, then we'll put the fenders back on, and that'll be it for today. Alright YouTube, so as you can see, it didn't take long for me to get the front end off the car. This is how the front looked without the fenders, grill, and the bumper, front bumper. So as you can see, the car sits pretty low. So the spot that we're trying to get in is here. I'm going to get into here where I mount the Motion Raceworks, and I'll mount it down here to the K-member. So it'll come up, mount to the block here, come down, and mount to the K-member somewhere right here. Alright YouTube, so as you can see, these are the components of the Motion Raceworks engine limiter. This here will mount into this area. These are the bolts for the engine mounts. These are the turn buckles. You just weld these onto the tube. I'll go ahead and give y'all an example of how it would look. You mount this onto the block. This one will mount to here. This will mount to the K-member on mine. I put it on the K-member. I'll actually show you guys how that is now. So pretty much it'll sit like this on the K-member. And then it'll go up to the engine mount, which is here. So I'm gonna have to cut that tube a little bit shorter, or I can extend it to the back of the K-member past the motor plate and have it extend to where the motor mounts. So we're gonna see which route I'm gonna take with that. But as you can see, it's pretty much, I'll try to do it one hand, pretty much a simple kit. So this is, oh, I have to bevel out the inside of this because this is not fitting in there. Let me try the other side. It's kind of hard for me to do it one hand, so I'll go ahead and put you guys down, then I'll do it. So that's how that one is. And on this side, it has a little bit of burr in it, so I'm gonna have to clean that out, and then we can see if it fit. There we go. So pretty much it'll sit on the K-member like this. And the other side, once I turn it, the other side would bolt up to here. And you could turn it either which way. Once I get it in the car, then I'll be able to decide how I'm gonna do it. But pretty much what I need to do is weld these in line. So I'm gonna make them have it like this and have the other side facing the same way so that I can weld them on. All right, YouTube, so this is how it will be when I weld it. But first I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed on the motor and mount it up with these bolts here, and then I'll decide which way, if I need to turn these or not, how I'm gonna weld it. So as you guys see, I got that side in, but this side I won't be able to put it on the K-member. So I'm thinking about putting it here in this spot by cutting the tube a little bit and welding it to this control arm mount right here. And I wanted to cut off minimal amount of this tube, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it to this point to being sitting on this control arm mount right there. All right, YouTube, so we got the tubing cut down. So what I'm gonna do now, show you guys how it will sit on the control arm mount. It'll be just like this. So, all right, so I have it sitting just like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'll be TIG welding it on. Yep, here we go. So it'll be sitting just like that. It'll be TIG welded on. And what you can do once you weld the seams, you're able to turn, because these are like, I forgot what it's called, but pretty much you're able to turn them like control arms and things like that. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get this welded up, then I'm gonna get this area cleaned, and then I'm just gonna tack them on for the time being. And then what we're gonna do after that, I'm gonna take the whole motor out so I can weld all of these, weld them together, and then we'll go from there. Alright, YouTube, so we got it welded up. It is currently hot. I can grab it with the gloves. I'm gonna clean it off on both sides. Well, actually, YouTube, what I'm gonna do is, I'm probably not gonna clean it off. I'll just, I'm gonna paint it black. But I'm gonna go ahead and test it out in the car, and we'll go from there. All right, YouTube, so as you can see here, I finally got it cut down. I also welded it. I have it there and there. I have to tighten up the upper bolt up there. I have to tighten up this bolt. This one is pretty much tight. I just got to tack these tabs on there. And then we'll be pulling the motor out so I can weld this all together. All right, YouTube, we have it tacked in there. I have small tacks on it because I was under the car, but I need to take the motor out so I can go ahead and weld it up completely. But as you see, it's completely in there. So now I'm just gonna pull the motor out and I'll finish welding that. And then I'll end up taking this out and giving this some paint on it. And then we'll go from there. All right, YouTube, so as you can see, the motor is out. I'm gonna go ahead and weld this tab in. Once I'm done welding the tab, I'm probably gonna work on my transmission cross member. Weld that out. I'm not gonna videotape the transmission cross member. But pretty much we'll be done putting the engine limiter on there. More than likely I'll be putting the motor back in. Transmission won't be behind it. I'm gonna take the transmission off, and I think I need to fix one of the threads in the back of the. So I need to fix one of the threads in the back of the motor. I have the tap for it, and I'm probably just gonna put the motor back here by itself, because that'll help me to next time when I put the cam and everything in there, I can actually work on the engine just like this. You know, I said I wasn't going to show you guys, but this is the transmission cross member. I ended up making a new one because the other one I didn't like. As you can see right there, it got moved back more. So I'm going to try to weld that out. And then I'll also be welding this tab here for the engine limiter. All right, YouTube, this is the finished product. I have But in here, I've already turned it where it's tight.